Here we go, guys. Our biggest
4,
fortified key yet.
2, 1.
Boop.
Power.
You know, so we've only done what, like 3 dungeons. I will say my initial impression of entangling, it's not bad. It's pretty fair compared to like quaking and stuff. Sorry about that. It doesn't feel that bad. See, look, the beam, I don't know, the beam isn't doing that much damage. I will say it's doing a lot less than I thought it would. It feels like it's doing less than it did on Tyrannical. Honestly, I don't know. They did nerf it, I know. But I kind of assumed that the nerf would still make it like it would still be worse this week post-nerf on Fortified than it was pre-nerf on Tyrannical. Like, that was my guess. Also, probably some of them are getting stunned, which even just like a couple of them getting stunned does help a lot. But, oh, just now I got 2 in a row. That hurt a little bit, but... not the worst thing ever. This pull might be rough. Honestly, this could just be a dome pull.
Power.
Of course, we have to get forced out of it. But see, you can just run right back in, even though it's out now. See, that was good. Like, predicted. I was like, you know, I know this pull is going to be tough. Drop the cooldown. Easy peasy. We had some nice stuns and CCs from the group. Everyone's doing their part. I'm sure some people were throwing some heals out there, too. Everyone's working together. Everything's going quite nicely. Bum, 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 bum. Beautifully done. This could be another one. I'll rapture this baby. Ooh, he lusted it. That's legit. Oh no. Okay, well, one person dying is fine. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, earlier today people were talking, oh yeah, it was the Vortex Pinnacle pull that I already mentioned. Oh shit, did we all just eat a cleave right there? Is that what just happened? The entire group ate the cleave? Is that a frontal? It must be a frontal if every single person just got it like that. That's funny. Whoops, sorry.
More trespassers! I will not allow you through!
It's cool how this boss is like at low HP. I love how every now and then they do like bosses like that. See, how come sometimes they're huge? Is it like they get bigger each time?
My sacrifice will keep these halls safe!
Based on its stacks during intermission. Oh, okay. So the faster you do that, or the slower you do that, the worse. Oh, I see it right here. Increases the radius of power field by 95%. Okay, Rayla. You got it. That's exactly it. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Add casts, give him a stack to 20. Okay. So we were at 95, which is almost the max. Okay, interesting. Interesting. This boss sucks for Evoker. Dude, I can definitely see that. I've heard there's a few bosses where like people don't like certain things about like maybe like the range or like I heard a lot of the immobile bosses are really annoying for tanks. Like their hitboxes are too small. Like, did you see that they changed that that paladin talent so that prot paladins don't get the additional melee range anymore? Because there were like times when prot paladins were within melee range of the tank or of the boss and able to do damage, but the boss wasn't able to melee them, and it was like making them like wreck the group. Like, just make the boss have like a bigger melee range or something like that, you know? Like, I feel like that's like it's a good idea, but it's a little annoying. You know, like where if you accidentally move a little bit too far away, like the boss just kills your team. Like I don't know about that. Watch out, Shaman. I paint suppression him so he wouldn't die. That might have been a waste of paint suppression, but whatever. I mean, I can't be the only person who's died there, right? By like running too far forward and pulling this group and getting like double stunned and killed. But I doubt I'll do it ever again. Oh, for the mastery. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I was only thinking about the range thing, having to like run so far away. But yeah, dude, I didn't even think about the mastery. That actually does sound annoying. Okay, so it's the opposite of like, because I was thinking of how good that fight is for a priest with Twisted Fate, or like a warrior with like an execute build, you know, something like that. Someone who does execute damage, like a shadow priest even. It's good for me too because I have Twist of Fate. Like I said, like I get 10% increased damage and healing on that fight permanently, basically. If I just keep my dot on him. Oh no, he died. Okay, that was we just lost Onk and Bubble. That was everyone popped a cooldown there to live. And are we even gonna live is the real question. I can still screw this up.
Empower.
There we go. Whew. Warlock used to also have an execute talent. Oh.
Empower.
I kind of vaguely remember that.
Always in my favor.
I remember there was like a Drain Soul one, but didn't Destruction also have one? You change gear in a shard to a talent ring in Legion as a Warlock so you can get an execute talent. That's pretty cool. Back when you could change gear in Mythic Plus. Dude, that would be a hassle, I feel like. I'm almost glad that you can't do that anymore. Aside from your weapon. Although, you know, I've mentioned it a few times. Who here has not accidentally started a Mythic Plus key in your, like, PvP gear? Or, like, in your wrong, like, spec or whatever? I remember I did a Sanguine Depths one time. And, like, right as the key started, I was like, dude. And the thing was, too, I wasn't even PvPing. I, like, got all ready to do the key. And I rode down to the dungeon. And, like, on the way, on the flight path, I was like, oh, I want to look at my PvP gear. I want to look at my PvP gear, and I like switched onto it, and then I just like didn't switch back, and then the key started, and I was like, dude, I literally put my PvP gear on for no reason. And I think there was a part where we wiped, and I ran out real fast and switched it. You don't see a point without legendaries? Yeah, that's exactly true. I remember, in Shadowlands, there were instances where people would go out and they changed spec. Like the only specific class I know about doing it was Mage. Like I remember a lot of mages would like do the dungeon as like Frost and then switch to like go out at the end and like switch to Fire. And then like go back in. Like on a Tyrannical. I cannot see myself doing that.
Empower.
It is interesting though. It's interesting like tech. I do like the fact that it's some people can do it. I remember I saw a funny clip, the way they would do it too, because there's usually not just like a fast way like out of a dungeon. Aside from like Hearthing or whatever, they would save their dungeon teleport. So they like wouldn't teleport to the dungeon, then they would start the key, get to like the end of the boss and like right before, like when maybe the group is doing the last trash pull, they use their dungeon teleport to get to the entrance. And then when you're at the entrance, you swap your spec and you zone back in. And then you just have to like run to where they were. And it's like you died only almost. And I remember I saw a funny clip one time of Gingy, he teleported to the wrong dungeon. So he was like, guys, I'm at the wrong dungeon entrance. Oh, what? I literally thought the pull was over. I literally thought the pull was over. I'm so sorry. I'm like rushing. Is that an AoE that the last mob was doing and I just walked right into it? Oh my god. Yep, it was that.
Empower.
That's so funny. Okay. Well, you know, like I always say, guys, everyone makes mistakes, so that's fine. That is kind of a funny one, though. Because these pulls, the thing that worries me in this area is these dragons, you know? So I was literally, like, so tunnel vision on the dragon going well that I, like, did not even respect the guy. I didn't realize he was doing his thing. Okay, we're safe here. I'm drinking a lot of water in these dungeons. Like I'm actually drinking like every other pull, it feels like. Nice thunderstorm by the shaman. That was legit. Drinking my water is the one thing I don't have keybound. And like I probably should. I just can't. I can never like figure out a good keybind for it.
Empower.
Let me show ya the power of the elements! They're gonna get you there!
I kind of like this like expanding ring maneuver. Oh, did I just blast the thing? No.
They're gonna get you there! A weak fun!
How am I? Ooh, shoes. Isn't good at all.
Let me show
No, dude. Sorry, I was literally like running to the thing. Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't able to get my mana back before that fight, so I was just not ready. I'm surprised. It's honestly, some of these still seem like the bosses are harder than the trash in a lot of these things. I definitely want to mana up before this next part. This part has been nerfed recently. That went on so long. Yeah, I think the reason is because it was like a 2-minute fight, and everyone blasted their cooldowns right before we pulled. So I think nobody had any gas in the tank. You know, I think we sent everything on the Bloodlust crash pull. We might have even honestly overexerted ourselves on the Bloodlust pull. Like, this would be too much to coordinate like in a pug, but like if one person had held back their cooldowns, you know, but who's gonna hold back cooldowns in Bloodlust? No one. A fool. This bridge sucks. Jesus. Like, they did, I think that, I'm pretty sure they nerfed these puddles. They move 20% slower, I'm pretty sure. And they also do less damage. But yeah, they're just annoying as hell. Also, I have a feeling that their like collision box is a little bit smaller than the graphic. Like, I think it's more generous than it looks like by the appearance, but I don't think it's enough for me to like trust that, you know?
Empower.
Fools! Do you not see what that wretched Tyr has done?
Look at that fancy footwork to avoid an entangling and get back in range.
Will cleanse the waters.
This guy, actually, this is a really long run back. He probably still was right to wait. This is the type of thing where I would have definitely been like, man, I can't just sit here for so long, and I would probably be like releasing like right now. And then my group would be like, yo, why did you release, man? Like,
Empower.
So I don't know if you have a different strategy, but when I did this on Tyrannical, I found just doing 2 ads in the intermissions was the way to go. Like, interrupting all 4 at once was like an instant wipe. I don't know if you have a better way. It's also not Tyrannical anymore, so... Yeah, 2 was fine, and 3 felt insane, and 4 was an instant wipe the one time someone did it in my group. Bloop, 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 bloop. Me and you together, spam. Kind of surprised I didn't get knocked there. Usually interrupt 0. Interesting. They die hella fast on Fortified. Interrupt 0, okay. I mean, that's fine by me. I don't really care. My vote would just be for any number other than 4. So 0 is good, 2 is good. I'm assuming at a certain point you probably need to interrupt 1 at least. But really, you know what you could do is interrupt 1 and bring it on to another one, and then you could cleave them down with still only 1 interrupt.
Empower.
Smoked it. We smoked that shit. I'm 1964. Damn. So no Keystone Master tonight, everyone. No Keystone Master. But we are right there with the weekend. Get some bracers with not great stats. Oh, he got the fragment. Nice, dude.